Listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but it is not your job to be likable, okay? Or to make everybody happy and to avoid conflict. No, it is your job to be yourself. That's your job. And the more you do that, the more people will gravitate towards you. Oh yeah, we coming in hot and heavy today, baby. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready. Let's get into it. This is what happens when you start trying to be likable. You start toning down who you really are. You know, you hide parts of you that you think might be a bit too much. She's a bit too much. Remember we talked about that in the past episode? Stop trying to hide parts of you that you think is a bit too much. When you try to be likable, it's almost like you say what you think people want to hear instead of what you actually think. And you're doing all this stuff for what? So people can tolerate you? Because that's all being likable gets you. Tolerance, not connection. People like you just enough to keep you around, but not enough to actually know you. And now you're wondering why you're sitting in a room full of people and you still feel lonely. Because don't nobody know who you really are. Because you've been putting on an act this whole time. When you truly start being yourself, it's almost like you turn on this filter system, right? You start filtering out the people that's not supposed to be in your life. You're showing people exactly who you are so the wrong people can leave and the right people can stay. And this is a sign. When you start hearing people say stuff like you're too much of something, that's how you know the filter is working. Okay, she's too loud. He's too opinionated. He's too intense. I've gotten that so many times. Steve's too intense. I am too intense for the wrong people. If you can't handle my personality, you're gonna have to move around because I'm not diluting who I am just to make you feel better. It's not about being likable to everyone. It's about being magnetic to the people who actually matter. Okay? It's almost like when you try to fit in everywhere, you really don't belong anywhere. You become this watered down version of yourself that nobody can really connect with because you're playing it too safe. It's like you're not offensive. No, you're not offensive, but you're also not memorable either. Nobody remembers you. And the crazy part is the more you try to be likable, the less people actually like you. So it's really counterproductive. And again, it all goes back to connection. People can't connect with perfect. They can only connect with real. So what's the message in this whole thing? Stop trying to be perfect. You do realize that there's only one you in this entire world, right? You're literally one of one, but you out here acting like a duplicate. So what does it actually mean to be yourself? Let's go through that. What does that actually mean, Steve? Being yourself doesn't mean being rude, okay? It doesn't mean not having a filter. It also doesn't mean saying whatever pops into your head with no regard for others. It just means stop editing yourself to make other people feel comfortable. Just exist as you are and let people decide if you're for them or not. That's what being yourself means. And what I noticed is people pleasers have a very, very hard time doing this. So if you're a people pleaser out there and you're listening to this, you're probably getting all kind of goosebumps like, oh my gosh, stop it, Steve. You're talking to me. Stop it. No, I am talking to you. You need to stop it. Stop trying to be perfect, okay? Be yourself. You're perfectly fine the way you are. It's like you're perfectly fine the way you are, and as soon as you start trying to act perfect, you start throwing flaws into your own perfectness. I feel like I can word that better, but that's just how it came out, and I'm not trying to reword that because I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly me. Oh my God, that's a bar. Think about it like this. If you build your relationships by being likable, you're basically building a foundation of lies, right? Because the second you stop putting on this likable act, you stop performing and the relationship is just gonna fall apart. Eventually, the real you is gonna show up. And when it does, one of two things are gonna happen, okay? Either people are gonna leave because they didn't sign up for the real you, or you keep performing forever and resent everyone for not knowing the real you. But guess what? Either way, you lose. So you may as well start being yourself from the beginning. Anyway, peeps, that's what I was thinking about today. And I think this topic was on my mind because lately I've been trying to make it a point to lean into who I am and who I'm becoming even more. You know, it's almost like I'm trying to push that filter system to the max. That way I can find my people faster and get rid of the people who are not for me just as fast. But anyway, I hope this episode inspires someone out there to stop being afraid to be themselves and be you, okay? And while you out there being you, make sure you hit that subscribe or that follow button for your boy wherever you're listening to this. And as always, if you like this episode, send it to a friend. If you hated this episode, send it to an enemy. But regardless, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for hearing me out. Peace.